Hi, everybody, and welcome back. My name is Melissa, and this year I'm sharing 365 tips for frugal living. So, today I want to talk about what birthday parties were like for me as a child. Because in today's hyper focused, hyper photographed, hyper shared world, I feel like something is missing. So, when I was a kid, we had bozo buckets, and we had pin the tail on the donkey, and we had the clothespin game, musical chairs. That was another one. Musical chairs was popular. Hot potato. Um, we'd have our party games. The party was a couple of hours long, so we'd also have just kind of some free play time where we'd run around and play outside. Or I was a winter birthday, so we would play games inside. Once I got older, it was slumber parties. Oh, I love the slumber parties. It was so fun. I mean, I imagine it was a nightmare for my mom. 8 girls all screaming and clamoring and cackling all night. And we get donuts in the morning, pizza for dinner, donuts in the morning. It was great. Simple cakes. Like I said in another video, I got more complex cakes because I was a spoiled brat. Um, but a lot of people just had simple homemade cakes or cupcakes. Or oh my gosh, so when I was a kid we had this thing and I loved it. When we had school birthdays, we were allowed to bring baked goods in. It wasn't it didn't have to be store bought. And they would make cupcakes in cake cones. And oh my gosh, they were the best. So, um yeah, so we had those. But it was fun. It was simple. It wasn't free. It cost our parents money. And yeah, we bought presents for our friends, but they were rather affordable. I mean, they didn't have to be over the top. I would say what would be comparable to a $10 to $15 present now. Um, back then. And then we got to play with our friends. We did have there were some times where we had parties where we went to I had one at Showbiz Pizza in kindergarten. I invited my entire class of 26 kids. And then the only parent that stayed was her friend from down the street, who was 9 months pregnant, 26 kids running around. And I don't know if they had the hand stamp program at that point. They just dropped and ran. My mom was not expecting that. Or I think I had one at Rosalie's skating rink too once. But and we went ice skating once. But they were pretty simple for the most part. Occasionally we would have a more expensive one where we'd go somewhere. But back then it also wasn't as expensive as it is now. But kids' birthday parties can be really simple and really fun and done fairly affordably at home. And the thing that I think is kind of sad is that kids' birthday parties have kind of disappeared. It's kind of the thing that people just stopped doing. And people stopped going. And if you want to have a birthday party for your kid, have a no presents birthday party and be your presents, no presents. And make it clear to the parents that this is something for your kid to be able to have fun with their friends, and it's not about gifts. And if anybody brings a gift, don't have a present opening time. Set that gift aside. The kid can open the gift later. Don't make a big deal out of it or anything. Just like set aside. And that way nobody feels bad if they didn't. But like cake, ice cream. If it's summer, you're going to have like a water balloon fight or sprinkler. Some party games. A lot of party games can be reusable, like the Bozo buckets. It's, six buckets and a ping pong ball. The clothespin game, pin the tail on the donkey, can't really reuse. Musical chairs, hot potato, all of these things are pretty affordable. So even though it's actually asking you to spend money, I think we should bring back kids' birthday parties. I don't think they should have to be like these fancy things, because here's the thing. Some rather well-to-do people decide to go on social media and make these fancy parties for their little kids. And it changed it. It changed how birthday parties are done. And it made some parents feel inferior. And then a lot of parents skip it. And then, we have a whole group of children who never get a birthday party. I had students who we had to make sure to do like special things for their birthdays, because the only birthday party they got was the birthday party that the teachers had at school for them. It was sad. So figure out a way to make a simple, affordable birthday party for your kid. You don't have to do food and those stupid gift bags. It's just a bunch of trash that ends up in the landfill. You can do something simple. Cake and ice cream, maybe some pretzels and chips to snack on. It doesn't have to be complicated. You can make the cake. You can buy a big bucket of ice cream. Your kids will just be happy to have it. Anyways, again, my name's Melissa, and this year I'm sharing 365 tips for frugal living. And today's tip is to bring back simple kids' birthday parties. Anyways, if you want to hear more, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.